Peace, peace. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in. This is another episode or an edition of The Hard Truth. Make sure you guys tune in and check out on Google, on YouTube, and Facebook, my other hard truths. I like to come with a different perspective. I like to use parables. It's easier for me to explain and for my audience to understand my point of view. My videos do not apply to everybody. Each topic that I talk about doesn't apply to everybody, but some do. I would suggest you listen to them. Maybe you could take a nugget or a jewel, put that jewelry in your jewelry box, meaning take that gem that I give you, put it in your brain and store it there. So today's topic is, what do you cost me? And the reason why I came up with that topic and how I came up with it is, I was thinking about a lot of times when I was walking into stores. I don't see it now, but I seen it, 15, 20 years ago. When you walk into a store, there was a cup and it had change in it. And it would be a sign on it and it would say, "Give a penny, take a penny." And I was like, what is give a penny, take a penny? And how it functions is, if you buy something and say you have 50 cents and it's 55 cents, you could go in the jar, take the 5 cents and add it to your 50 cents to pay for it. And mostly what people did was, if they had change, how people have change, it was say something was 75 cents and they got a quarter back there, just throw it in a jar. And so the whole concept was, take a penny, give a penny. You know what I mean? And so people that had extra change, they would throw it in the cup, and people that needed it would take it out. And it's sort of like what I would say now, and that's my approach when I come to a relationship and building a relationship with someone. Let me break it down to you really quickly. So you have a little history of me. As I was married for 18, I was in a relationship for 18 years, married for 8, in the relationship for 10. I got divorced. Once I got divorced, I started dating. I've been through some things. And prior to my relationship, my marriage, I dated a lot of women. I know a lot of women. I have a lot of experience. So first of all, I'm not speaking to you from I know it all. My shit's failed, okay? But I've learned and I've worked on myself enough to know that I can give you some solid common sense. I'm not a therapist, nor do I claim to be one. I'm not a life or a relationship coach, nor do I claim to be one. I'm not a counselor, nor do I claim to be one. But one thing I do know is, over the years, a lot of people confide in me and ask me questions about relationships. Why? Because I was able to be in one for a very, very long time, and you never heard no craziness about me stepping out, that kind of stuff. A lot of my issues were internal, and it came with the territory, meaning if you don't have a lot of examples to go from, you go off the rip. You learning as you go. With that being said, my topic today is, what do you cost me? So now, when I approach a situation, a woman, I'm interested in her, she's interested in me. I'm at the point now in my life, I'm 48 years old, so I have a lot of experience. The first thing I say to myself is, what do you cost me? What are you going to cost me? What is this relationship going to cost me? Because in a relationship, it's going to cost you something. What you don't realize, and when you look back at a lot of your relationships, you're going to say, I lost a lot of sleep in that relationship. But not all relationships are bad. Let me put that out there. A lot of people are figuring out how to work with each other, how to move as a team, how to compromise, how to communicate. And I salute all of you guys that do that, because I know couples that are like that. I know people that are in marriages like that, and I know people that are dating that are like that. They just kind of figured out how their system works for them. I had to ask myself, what is it costing me? Because off the back, a relationship is definitely going to cost you some time. Now, some people it's gonna cost some people more time than others, because some people gonna figure out this ain't for me and they gonna move their self out of that situation, and some people it's gonna take them longer to figure out what this person is costing them. That's why I say you have to ask yourself, whether you're in a relationship, getting into one, what do you cost me? Do you cost me stress? Do you cost me my blood pressure going up? Do you cost me my peace? Do you cost me my confidence? Do you cost me my respect? Do you cost me my dignity, my morals, my trust, my well-being, my mental? Like, you kind of got to know what it's going to cost you, and then you have to really sit down and say, is this person and what it's costing me to be with them all worth it? You have to decide, is it worth it or not? You know, and I'm at a point in my life where I've been through enough things to know very quickly what is going to cost me and what it's not going to cost me. And these are the decisions that we have to learn to make. So with that being said, I just like to spark your interest, and I like to talk to my platform and provoke them to think differently and approach their relationships differently. I'm not the brother that's gonna tell you this is what your problem is, because I watch a lot of videos and I hear a lot of people that do this tell you what your problem is, and your problem is this, and your problem is that. Well, check this out. I didn't get it right, and I had problems. I've learned to work on the problems that I had. I believe what things cost me in my past, what people cost me, with not only money, but time and energy. I've learned from that, and I know what I can bring to the table, but I also know what's not worth it for me to even give my time or anything else. And that's the question I want to put on your mind. Thank y'all. Good night.